the victim with a psych object. That's true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises. The obvious question? Yes, namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? Goes without saying that the police have searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found. That's... Answer the question, Miss Von Karma. No evidence of that kind was found. Another mystery to throw onto the pile. A trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast. Excuse me, could I say something? I just remembered something, actually. What is it, sister? I was just thinking it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was it was just over there. What exactly are you going on about here? The murder weapon, I mean. Maybe... I think I might know where the sword was disposed of. You what? Oh dear. Well then. I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister. Impossible. What else could this old woman have seen? I mean, they're next to a massive lake that's got one hell of a current. Why did... They could have just disposed of it in the water, if you really think about it. Location of the weapon. And it wouldn't be found. I saw the murder at around 11 PM. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there I saw tracks. Tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all. Okay. I am surprised. I'm also surprised that I actually was right, but I mean, it's fairly obvious. They're next to a river that's flowing, like, with immense pressure, so it would carry the sword along. And as the previous case stated, most things that fall into the river are never found. Witness, please tell us everything you know right away next time. Well, I'm not in the best of shape. What with my back and my age, you know. Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Here is a photograph. A snowmobile, eh? I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory. Okay. The tracks begin in front of Hazakura Temple, and run all the way to Dusky Bridge. So we got tracks. Was it even snowing, though? That solves your pesky little problem. Problem, yes. The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon. Did you really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon? Doubtful. So, location of the weapon. Hang on. I don't know why it didn't register. Yeah. It wasn't used. Or maybe it was. No, it wasn't. The snowmobile was already there. Maybe. Because you can see footprints, and then there's only one track that indicates the snowmobile was used. If it was truly used, there would be a track of the snowmobile leaving, and then one of it coming back. All we have here is a track of it coming back. Yeah. Okay. I didn't really take much notice. I just assumed, because I saw the track, I was like, okay, so they left the same way. But to be fair, when I first saw the snowmobile, I was like, okay, so they reversed out? Oh, I'm such an idiot. Right, so the murder around 11. Tracks that indicate the snowmobile had been used. Maybe they threw the weapon into the Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. I guess I'd put it on... I'd object here? Alright, tracks photo. I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder. You finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth. However, if what the witness says is true, why is there only one set of tracks? What do you mean? Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be two sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out to the bridge, and those from coming back. Ah, you're right. You are forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. On the night of the murder, it was snowing. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. This removes your previous contradiction now, doesn't it? You see, while she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow. What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth? Is there a flaw in her theory? This idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks. Hang on, we actually have something that might be able to prove weather data. Wait, so what's this? Oh! From 7 till 10? Wait, so... Eagle Mountain weather data for February the 7th, snow with occasional lightning strikes, so the snow was from 7 till 10:50. Approximately 10:50. Lightning from 10 till approximately 11 PM. The murder took place at 11, so it wasn't snowing at that time. So, contradiction... Good job we have the weather report, God. The tracks to the river were covered by snow, what a nice theory. However, Miss Von Karma, that is impossible. Would you care to explain why there is a rude index finger currently pointed in my general direction? But of course. No need. The evidence will do all of the talking for me. On the night of the murder, the killer went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. In order to dispose of the murder weapon, the outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Also claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Why is he Canadian? Or supposed to be Canadian. Okay, so evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow. You got it. Take that. Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime. Like I said, it was around 11. Of course, this means that the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. It is the weather report for Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder. The weather report? Snow started to fall at 7 PM, but it stopped at around 10:50. Oh! Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 PM, the snow had already stopped falling. It's impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up. Oh! I still love the fact she stood on two, crates. That's the best. Order, order. Very well then. It looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in. He deserved that. It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow. Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. I mean, you used the weather first. Answer me this then. When is a weather report ever correct? No. You've got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast. This is actual data. Forecast, data, all weather reports have some inaccuracies. It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 PM. Yeah, he's not our usual old judge. This one's old Blondie. Although, every judge seems to look the same. He's just missing the mustache. It's true, we cannot be totally sure, eh? He's also Canadian for some fucking reason. He keeps saying a boot and a an awful lot. What? How did she pull that off? It stopped snowing at Hazakura Temple when the murder took place. You need to provide conclusive evidence of this. Also, how's it going? Hope all is well? I've come this far, there's no turning back now. Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony. You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth. Very well then, Mr. Edgeworth. So where's your evidence that it had already stopped snowing when the victim was killed? Hang on. Oh no, this game is incredible. Like, I started with the first game and I've been doing them back to back. I'm only on the third game out of like 8. But they're so good. The story they tell, and god, the twists and the turns, pointing out contradictions, it's just such a good time. That's your evidence. If it had been snowing, there'd be snow on her body. Right, so, present. Boom. There'd be no snow on her body. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed. That's right, but proving that is incredibly easy. We have a crime photo. If we want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I'm referring to the photo of the crime scene. Well, would you look at that? As you can see, everything is covered in snow. Or with snow. With just one exception. And that is the victim herself, Miss Elise. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It stopped snowing when she was killed. That's why. Haha! Caught you out now. Woo! In other words, if the killer really did go to the Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph, there should be 2 sets of tracks. Oh yeah! Just what are you... He never gets a chance to speak. Just what are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself, but this is simply what all other facts point to. That night, someone used the snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. From the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusky Bridge. At that time, it was still snowing. Of course it was, because those tracks were gone. That's when this person returned to Hazakura Temple. The snow had stopped. Thus, the return tracks remained. Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me. What does, sister? There's only one key for the snowmobile. Okay. Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The key was found in her room after the murder. Which can only mean that night, Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple. But Iris said that she never went there. I should probably press on this point some more when I get the chance. What the heck? The snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge, so she must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot. That sounds right. But what's odd is, when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple, there was no snowmobile. I didn't see anything near Dusky Bridge. You must have just failed to see it, sister. Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there. It was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow, too. Huh. But that isn't possible. No! Order in the car. What does this all mean? That's what we're trying to find out. So then what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be 2 sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, Someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. I never thought a simple snowmobile could cause such trouble. Yeah, how weird. I think we've arrived at this point due to the witness. Yes, I've nothing more to add. I've told you everything. Everything that I know. Well then, that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was a witness who could testify to having seen the snowmobile. A witness, huh? Was there no one out, walking perhaps near Dusky Bridge on that night? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I know who it is. I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering in that. Unless I had something really important to do. That's a shame. Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have gone wandering out on that sub-Arctic night. Your Honor, I actually have an idea. There may be one individual able to help us. Really? You know of someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder? I don't know for sure if he saw it or not, but there are two things about him that do come to mind. Number one, he's an idiot. Oh yeah, he also said that, I forgot. So first that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder, and the second being, this individual that I'm thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he is our kind of idiot. Yeah, we called him an idiot. Perfect. Mr. Edgeworth, who is this idiot you're talking about? Ah, God, if something smells, it's usually Laurice. This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc Deluxe Guide to Obnoxious French Painting. This is Larry Butts, the student of the victim, Elise. A student? Interesting. Why was he wandering on the night of the murder? That's... I could tell them all about his designs for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artist. An artist. I was going to say artiste, but instead I just ended up sounding like a tool. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. Although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason. And so, this unfortunate, unreliable-looking man, what exactly was it that he saw? I intend to extract that from him, right here in this courtroom. Oh! Summon this youth as a witness immediately. I have no choice, do I? I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him. Very well. Harry. Oh God. You may have escaped me yesterday, but today I'm going to get everything out of you. Oh damn. The court will now adjourn for a 20-minute break. Miss Von Karma, please see to preparing the next witness. Understood, Your Honor. Good. Well then, court is now in recess. Hey! To be continued! Very nice. So, save. If cares. Alright. I'm hoping I can get through both trials. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. I mean, it's been 49 minutes, so the second part of the trial's probably not going to take very long, but if it's a really, really short one, then I'm probably going to do the investigations. It might mean I'm recording for a long time, but I don't care. This game's awesome, so it's all good. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not really sure what to say. Iris, we only have 20 minutes. There are two things which I need to ask you before we reconvene. Alright, I'll help you any way I can. First, about that night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met and talked with you in the training hall. Either you or Sister Bikini is lying. Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room. In Hazakura Temple. Very well. The second thing, then. That night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the time Sister Bikini returned to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 PM that night. Were you the one that used the snowmobile? There was only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me. So it was you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge? I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. Really? We're getting Cyclops? Holy Jesus, there's 5 of them. Iris. I can't tell you about that. Yet. Yet? Not until her safety is confirmed. Her? The safety of the Acolyte. Oh! Maya. The Acolyte, huh? She must be talking about Maya. Interesting. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise? No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life. As I thought. No psycho-locks. Very well. It is my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. Alright. Mm-hmm. Whew. Right, so, court will now reconvene. So, Miss Von Karma, where is the witness? During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behaviour in the gallery. Suspicious behaviour? He was sketching something, very intensely. Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained? He drew a terrifying woman, armed with a demonic face and a vicious... Oh, I love Larry. Or Laurice, as he is wanting to be known as. With a demonic face and a vicious whip. I can only presume that his intention was to capture... Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for an artist before the court. Ah, Larry Butts, I hope you're ready. Get in here. It would seem that whip is going to see plenty more use today. All on Laurice. Oh, look at him, he's so happy. Oh dear, never mind. Your sketch is in contempt of this court. Hey, I was just artistically rendering... You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand you your I don't know how you say that word. Sabona? Sabona. Sapona. Sapona? I have no idea. Correct. Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist, training out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Well, I use the technical term for the colour Viridian. Larry... This isn't an art store now, is it? I know. I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the fields? I presume you wanted to say field work, I hope. That's it. Thanks, buddy. It's kind of sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence. I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. Oh god. So see, I've got nothing to do with this trial, at all. I expect all of your faces to be red when you realise this mistake. Bright red. Or, to use a technical term, Crimson Lake. Oh my god. He actually has a paint palette. I didn't realise. Jesus. Stop your pathetic blabbing and testify like a man. Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking. Witness, that was all your fault. Testify, now. This is almost too much for me. Oh, poor Larry. He gets roped into so many cases. It's because he has so many different occupations. Security guard. Salesman. It's just, it's ridiculous. What I saw. I was at the lodge out in the mountains, looking up at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't meet anyone at the bridge that night. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm all alone now. Aren't I edgy? Oh my god. Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony. I'm just a nobody. Nothing but a small worthless man, aren't I? And why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation, or anything else? Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex. He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realised for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people. Yeah, that's right, I'm behind everything. Every case. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy. My god. Well then, let us proceed with the cross-examination, with no touching, thank you. We can delve into other details at a later time. Alright. I mean, this one's super easy. I mean, the one thing he says is, I didn't meet nobody that night, but we know he did. He was with Phoenix when Phoenix fell through the bloody bridge. Right, here we go. Didn't meet anybody on the bridge that night. You're a liar. You met Phoenix, Mayan. Larry Butts, I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic, and you cause all sorts of trouble. I'm sorry, but having realized just how much of a nuisance you have been, that could be considered a step in the right direction. Edgy, are you truly trying to console me? It certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create. You're totally pinning this on me? Now then, let's talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts. That's right, me in the flesh. Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name. So long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. That reality will not change. But, what do you want me to do then? Larry, what you need to change is your inner self. What you saw that night. Testify truthfully. That is all you can do for now. Edgy, I think I've finally woken up. Well, I guess I could still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well. Oh my. I'll ask again then, witness. What did you see on the night of the murder? Ba-da-da-da. What I saw part 2. I went to the shack around 9, so it would have been about 10:30 PM. I was lying under my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. I looked out of the window, and Dusky Bridge was on fire. There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick. You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you? So what happened to the bridge after it caught on fire? It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. It totally burnt out, like almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the bridge, the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall. What did you say? Oh, don't worry. Nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold. As always, hard to know if he should be called lucky or unlucky. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination. What I saw, part 2. The shack around 9, so it would have been about 10:30. Dusky Bridge was on fire. Went out right away to check it out. You said right away, but exactly how long after the strike was that? The lightning fell, and then the bridge caught fire. Maybe around 5 minutes? I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out. How far is this small shack you were in from the bridge? Hold on. Well, it had pretty much stopped snowing. I guess about a 5-minute walk? And how did Dusky Bridge look when you got there? Like I had recovered a piece of my childhood. I mean, not even the bonfires kids... Oh, the bonfires kids make during school camping trips can compare. Well, should I press him for a little more info? Why did you go to the bridge? Why didn't you call anyone? That it was on fire? Larry, let me ask you one thing. What is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face? Why didn't you call anyone? Eh? What do you mean? Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try to tell someone. There's a public phone right by Dusky Bridge, correct? Well, of course, I thought of doing that. So then, let's hear why you didn't. Huh? Yeah, okay. A reason. My reason. It isn't that I didn't try to tell anyone, I just didn't have time to, okay? I arrived at the bridge, and Nick showed up less than a minute later. Wait, what time did he say it was? No. So 10:30, 5 minutes, 35, and then Nick appeared a minute later. So it'd be 36.